Hi there guys, it's Anthony here from Cutting Edge Guitar. Today's video is another recommended album video for you, and today we are talking about Swedish neoclassical metal magician Yngwie J. Malmsteen. Don't forget the J, gets upset if you forget the J. The album that I've picked that I think you should all listen to for Yngwie is this, Unleash the Fury. Several reasons why I think this is the one. You could pick one of a dozen Yngwie albums and get plenty from it. You know, everyone else is always going to tell you about you've got to listen to Rising Force, or you've got to listen to Marching Out, or Fire and Ice, or Odyssey. You know, like they were the ones that get talked about all the time. I don't hear people talk about this album as much, but you've got to think about this from my generational perspective. A lot of these albums that we're talking about, or that I'm talking about, from the kind of guitar player that I like, the cutting edge guitar players, yeah, get it? They came out in the 80s, you know? They're sort of like in the 80s golden age of proper guitar playing. Well, I wasn't born until 1988, so I missed all of those albums. So when I was growing up, when I was at school, really, really passionately into music, we're talking about the early 2000s, sort of between 2000 and 2005 when I was at senior school. And got to tell you, it was pretty unpopular where I live, sort of in the Midlands of the UK. Listening to this was yeah, it was pretty unpopular back then. It was a bit sort of weird, really. I was like the weird kid at school who liked proper guitar. I mean, even my mates that liked guitar music, right, didn't like this. I was that weird guy who was just into playing far too many notes on the guitar. Well, this album came out, I'm pretty sure, in 2004. Well, there you go, yeah, 2004. So I picked this up when I was in year 9 in 2004. Left school, no, year 9, year 10, I can't remember actually. But I was around there, around year 10, whatever, doing my GCSEs or something. And, well, actually, I wasn't doing it all that well in my GCSEs because I was spending far too much time listening to this, trying to work out how you do this stuff. Funnily enough, look at what I do for a living. Sort of take that as it comes. I don't know what really to say about that, but I think my time was probably better spent learning how to do this stuff, considering what I do for a job. Anyway, the whole point is, one of the things that I didn't like about the aforementioned Yngwie albums, and why I loved this when I picked this up, was I didn't like the production on the Yngwie albums. And that's not to say it's bad, because, you know, that's not for me to say. I'm not a producer. I'm talking about an opinion based on what I like right now, not on this is good or that's good or whatever. I just didn't particularly like the production. I thought the production on this was awesome. It sounds massive. Like, the drums are like really in your face. The guitars sound huge, man. The guitar sound on this is absolutely awesome. And I have to say, as when you look at other albums that other people talk about Mr. Malmsteen, some of them can blow a bit hot and cold. You'll get one album that is absolutely astonishing, and then you'll have another album which people go, yeah, that was a bit nothingy, whatever. For me, I think his playing on this is absolutely on point. Like, the ferocity of his picking on this and everything sounds absolutely awesome. There's a couple of the tunes as well. Cracking the Whip, that's got a really good riff in it. Locked and Loaded, I love the riff that's in that. It's just it's typical of what Malmsteen does, but it's just really, really good level and good quality of it. Now, I'm gonna say a few things here about Malmsteen. He is a very controversial guitarist. For, you know, anyone who's watching this that knows who he is know why it's controversial. It's controversial because he's got an ego. Now, when people ask me, you know, when I'm talking to my students about this or whatever, it's always a bit of a, well, what, you know, why are you recommending me Yngwie? Oh, he's such a, like, well, I don't know, I can't use the words that they use, I suppose. My video would probably get pulled down, but they say lots of not very nice things about him. And of course, no matter what they say about him, Yngwie doesn't care, which I think is hilarious, right? I mean, this guy is so confident. And I'll tell you, the thing is with this, he might be a bit egotistical, but every claim that he makes, he can back up. Now that changes things, doesn't it? You know, when he goes on about how fast he is, well, he is fast, yeah. He might say about his songs have loads of arpeggio runs in. Well, yeah, they do. You know, he might say my vibrato, not me, I'm just in, like, you know, him. He might say my vibrato is the widest and the most aggressive and the best for rock guitar. Well, it is. Do you know what I mean? Yngwie's vibrato is absolutely outrageously good rock vibrato. I love him. I mean, I don't really listen to his stuff as much these days because I've gone in a bit of a different direction with my own music. But when you're younger and you want to learn how to play neoclassical rock, like this guy, just wow. It blows your mind. Absolutely blows your mind. And there's other people that play in this genre. And there's some other really, really good people that play in this genre. Like at a later date, I'll probably be talking to you guys about Vinnie Moore. I'll be talking to you about Jason Becker, Paul Gilbert. It's obvious that I'm a Paul Gilbert fan if you've seen any of my other videos. You know, they've all done their neoclassical bit, which is all really, really cool. But Yngwie just was a league and a class above. Just really, really had it down. Really had the violin technique thing and Paganini lines and crazy arpeggios and all that sort of stuff. So, I mean, you could listen to one of hundreds, I don't know how many he's done, but he's got a big back catalogue. But for me, this is my go-to Malmsteen album. Great production, great tunes, great riffs, and the most ferocious lead guitar that I think most of us have ever heard. Okay, guys, that's it for my next recommendation. So, please do subscribe to the channel so you get a notification the next time that I do one of these. Check out the links in the description box below because there is links to all sorts of other things that I've created, lessons, information about my online guitar course that I'm doing. You can also follow me for updates on any of the stuff that I'm doing if you want to check that out there. So yeah, the next time that I see you, hopefully it'll be a video where I'm doing some advice and motivation, a performance, a lesson on guitar techniques and concepts, more talk about recommended albums or books that you should be checking out and all that sort of thing. So yeah, follow me on this journey, guys, and keep updated with everything that I'm doing for you. Okay, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.